This is lesson 55, homework on pressure using the BMP180. We have the Arduino set up as a remote station. We're making use of the Wi-Fi capability of the Arduino, and we're using the IoT cloud data, and we've been taking data from the last 2 days, and that's what we have here. We're looking at the pressure, current barometric pressure, temperature, 180 is reading, altimeter setting, we're setting it in coordinates. Airport, nearest airport here, the altimeter setting. Location, San Jose, that's the nearest airport here. We're in the Bay Area. Elevation 70 feet above sea level, just a little bit above the airport, which is at 62, I believe. And over the last 2 days, looking at the pressure, it's been pretty even. With the cloud here, we can do a zoom in on this little particular area here and look at the pressure. Looks like the highest it was on the 10th of February here. Most recent. Looks like it's been trending down since the 10th. It's been trending down. Not too much, so you can tell the highest there is 30.13. Down here, 30.04. Temperature's kind of been falling off since the 8th of February. It was 26. It's been going down and down and down along with the altimeter. So now we're at this portion of the day here. It says we're February 11th at about 5:19 p.m. and we're at 14C. So along with the pressure zoomed in, take a look at that little area there, and kind of up and down, and that's where it ended up at. So this is all through the IoT cloud. This is what we have set up with the IoT. It did a good job of taking care of the data. It presents it in a fairly easy format. You can read it from any day or point that you want to look at, and you can zoom in. It's a pretty good program. Through the IoT app, you have access on your iPad and iPhone. During this process, I learned a little bit about altimeter setting and mean sea level pressures. I thought they were more measured, but it looks like they're kind of calculated to remove the effects of elevation. And standard pressure, temperature on a standard day, 29.92 inches, 15 degrees C, or the standard units here we have. The standard unit table is going to help us convert between one unit and the other. So let's start out with an example. We want to convert torr to Pascal. Let's say 30 torr. And we're going to convert that to Pascal. We want to go to Pascal, so that'll be here at the top, torr at the bottom. And we just go to the chart, Pascal. What do we have there? And torr, what do we have there? 760. Okay. They essentially cancel out. They don't really cancel out, but 1 over 1 is 1, or any number over itself is 1, so it apparently cancels out. So we have 30 times 5 divided by 760, and that'll give us Pascal. And taking a look at the code, most of the Arduino cloud is going to do most of the heavy lifting. All we have to do is give it Wi-Fi login and password. It's going to do all the heavy lifting. It's going to generate a lot of the code it does with the communications to and from the cloud through these variables here that are the main variables that we're going to be communicating to and from the cloud with. Then we go through our normal includes for the hardware that we have installed. We're going to set up our monitor, OLED display, altimeter setting variable will hold that. Then we're going to go into the setup, serial monitor. We're going to set that up. We're going to delay a second and a half to get everything ready. Make sure the ports are open. Then we're going to do our normal setup for our OLED display. It's at 3D as an address for this particular one. Then we're going to do the BMP begin to set up our BMP180. Then we're going to go into some software stuff that the cloud's going to do as far as error checking and error code and error information. Let's do it right here. And again, that's taking care of that, the IoT Cloud software. Then we're going to go into the loop, and these are the things we're going to do. We're going to get the temperatures, pressures, and we're going to get an altitude reading for elevation. We're going to delay 1,000 and go back through that loop again. And these are our functions for all our reads for the temperatures and pressures. And this is where we put in our altimeter setting. And depending on what reference you're using, if you want to tweak it plus or minus, that's what we do here. I had to tweak it about the 3.5 to the actual reading that it was coming out with the altimeter. We were doing it in millibars. And then we have a function for the OLED, and that's it.